Hello everyone and welcome back to Hanon Epoxy, Hanon Resin and Craft. Today we're covering a topic that creates a lot of excitement and, unfortunately, a lot of confusion. We're talking about deep pour epoxy flooring. Now, before we begin, I want to clarify something very important. Many people hear the words deep pour epoxy and immediately think it can be used exactly the same way as traditional epoxy flooring. That is not always true. Deep pour epoxy and flooring epoxy are designed for different purposes. And understanding that difference can save you from expensive mistakes. In today's video, we're going to learn what floor deep pour epoxy really is, when it should be used, when it should not be used, surface preparation, material calculation, mixing procedures, pouring techniques, bubble management, layering methods, common mistakes, professional finishing techniques. By the end of this video, you'll understand how professionals approach deep pour floor installations safely and correctly. And if you're serious about epoxy education, flooring systems, resin art, and decorative coatings, make sure you subscribe to Hanon Epoxy. A special thank you to our amazing channel members: George Nana, Anurag Walpur, Robert Potman. Your support helps us continue creating detailed educational content for the epoxy community. And if you'd like access to future members-only practical tutorials, consider becoming a member. Now, let's get started. What is floor deep pour epoxy? Let's start with the foundation. Traditional flooring epoxy is usually applied in thin layers, typically 0.5 millimeters, 1 millimeter, 2 millimeters, 3 millimeters. Depending on the system, deep pour epoxy is different. Deep pour epoxy is specifically engineered to cure slowly, generate less heat, handle greater thickness, reduce cracking risk, maintain clarity in deeper applications. Instead of being designed for thin surface coatings, deep pour epoxy is designed for volume. This means it can be used to create decorative artistic floors, embedded object floors, 3D floor effects, river-style floor sections, thick transparent flooring features, custom luxury decorative installations. But here's the important part. Deep pour epoxy is not automatically better than flooring epoxy. It simply serves a different purpose. Professionals choose materials based on project requirements, not trends. Deep pour flooring is ideal when you want thick, transparent effects. For example, floating stones, shells, crystals, decorative objects, 3D artistic installations, such as ocean effects, river effects, deep visual designs, decorative feature areas, luxury hotels, showrooms, reception areas, museums, commercial displays, encapsulation projects, when decorative materials need to be sealed under a thick, transparent layer. This is where many beginners make mistakes. Do not automatically use deep pour epoxy for industrial floors, warehouse floors, factory floors, heavy forklift traffic, standard residential flooring.
Why?
Because deep pour epoxy
Cures slowly,
costs more, often has lower surface hardness than specialized flooring systems, requires more installation time. For many flooring applications, a standard flooring epoxy system is actually the better choice. Before opening a single container of epoxy, professionals plan everything. Ask yourself, what is the design? Clear? Colored? Ocean effect? 3D effect? Stone encapsulation? River-style flooring? What thickness is required? This is extremely important. Maybe 5 millimeters, 10 millimeters, 20 millimeters, 30 millimeters, 50 millimeters. The thickness determines material quantity, cure schedule,
pour stratégie,
budget, what epoxy system is being used. Every manufacturer has different specifications. Always read technical data sheets,
maximum pour depth,
mixing ratio, pot life, cure schedule. Never assume. Surface preparation. If you've watched previous videos on Hanon Epoxy, you already know this truth. Preparation determines success. Let's repeat that. Preparation determines success. Not the epoxy, not the color, not the tools. Preparation. Step 1. Inspect the concrete. Check 4.
Cracks.
Weak concrete, oil contamination, moisture issues, existing coatings. Any problem must be corrected first. Step 2. Grinding. Mechanical grinding creates a proper profile.
Grinding.
Removes weak surface layers. Removes contamination. Opens concrete pores. Improves adhesion. Skipping grinding is one of the biggest mistakes in flooring. Step 3. Crack repair. Fill cracks using epoxy crack filler. Repair mortar. Structural repair systems. Never cover active cracks without repairing them. Step 4. Dust removal. Vacuum thoroughly. Dust is the enemy of adhesion. Professional installers vacuum multiple times if necessary. Step 5. Moisture testing. Moisture causes blisters, delamination, bubbles, adhesion failure. Always test moisture before installation. Applying the primer. Primer is not optional. Primer improves bonding, seals concrete pores, reduces outgassing, minimizes bubbles. Apply the primer evenly. Allow it to cure according to manufacturer instructions. Never rush this step. Calculating material quantity. Now, let's calculate epoxy. Formula: length times width times thickness times 1.1. The extra 1.1 provides a 10% safety margin. Example: length equals 5 meters. Width equal 4 meters. Thickness equals 5 millimeters. Convert thickness to meters. 5 millimeters equals 0.005 m. Calculation: 5 by 4 by 0.005 equals 0.1 cubic meters. Multiply by 1,000. 0.1 by 1,000 equals 100 liters. Add safety margin. 100 by 1.1 equals 110 liters. Total epoxy required: 110 liters. Professionals always calculate before purchasing material.
Mixing deep pour epoxy.
Now we reach one of the most critical stages: mixing. Epoxy chemistry does not forgive mistakes. Follow the exact ratio. Common ratios include 1:1, 2:1, 3:1. Always follow the manufacturer. Never guess.
Mix slowly.
Fast mixing creates air bubbles,
Foam.
inconsistent curing. Use steady, controlled mixing. Scrape everything. Scrape.
Sides. Bottom. Corners.
Unmixed material causes sticky spots, soft areas, cure failure. Wait before pouring. One professional technique many beginners miss. After mixing, allow the epoxy to rest for approximately 3 to 5 minutes if recommended by the manufacturer. This allows many trapped air bubbles to begin rising naturally. Always check product recommendations first. Pouring the deep pour floor. Now comes the exciting part.
The pour.
Start systematically. Pour from one side. Work methodically. Avoid random pouring patterns. Consistency matters. Use proper distribution tools, depending on thickness. Squeegees, notch trowels, spreaders. Help distribute material evenly. Maintain uniform thickness. Uneven thickness causes visual distortion. Cure inconsistencies. Material waste. Monitor the depth continuously. Bubble management. Even perfect mixing can create some bubbles. This is normal. What matters is how you handle them. Heat gun or torch. Use gentle passes. Never concentrate heat in one location. Too much heat can create ripples, burn marks, yellowing. Heat is a tool, not a magic solution. Preventing bubbles. The best bubble removal method is prevention. Good preparation, good priming, proper mixing, correct temperature. These reduce bubbles dramatically. Working in layers. Many deep pour products have maximum pour depths. For example, 10 millimeters, 20 millimeters, 30 millimeters, 50 millimeters, depending on the system. If your design requires greater depth, use multiple layers. Never exceed manufacturer recommendations. This prevents overheating, cracking, cure failure, decorative effects. This is where creativity begins. Deep pour flooring allows Ocean effects, using white pigments and movement techniques. Stone encapsulation, embedding decorative stones beneath clear resin. Metallic effects, using metallic pigments. Crystal floors, using crystals, glass, and decorative aggregates. River effects, creating flowing, transparent designs. The possibilities are almost endless. Curing process. Now comes the hardest part, waiting. Many projects are damaged because people become impatient. Remember, deep pour epoxy cures slowly. That's part of its design. Allow full curing. Protect the floor from
dust,
moisture, traffic, contamination. Patience produces professional results. Top coat considerations. Many professionals apply a protective top coat after curing. This can improve scratch resistance, UV resistance, chemical resistance. Popular options include polyurethane, polyaspartic, especially in areas receiving sunlight. Common mistakes. Let's avoid expensive failures. Mistake 1. Skipping moisture testing. Mistake 2. Poor surface preparation. Mistake 3. Wrong mixing ratio. Mistake 4. Pouring beyond maximum thickness. Mistake 5. Using excessive heat. Mistake 6. Walking on uncured epoxy. Mistake 7. Poor environmental control. Professional tips. Here are a few tips from experienced installers. Always measure twice. Always calculate material before mixing. Always prepare all tools beforehand. Always maintain a clean environment. Always test unfamiliar products on a small sample first. And most importantly, respect the chemistry. Professionals don't fight epoxy. They work with it. Final thoughts. Deep pour epoxy flooring can create some of the most breathtaking decorative floors imaginable. When installed correctly, it delivers incredible depth,
crystal clarity,
unique artistic effects, premium visual impact, but it requires planning, preparation, patience, technical understanding. The more you understand the system, the better your results become. Closing. If you found this lesson valuable, make sure to subscribe to Hanon Epoxy, Hanon Resin, and Craft. We're continuously creating professional educational content on epoxy flooring,
deep pour system,
polyaspartic coatings, decorative flooring, resin art, river tables, surface preparation, coating business strategies. A special thank you again to our channel members, George Nana, Anurag Walpur, Robert Potman. Your support helps us continue building one of the most practical epoxy learning communities online. And if this video helped you avoid a costly flooring mistake, consider sending a super thanks. It directly supports future educational content and helps the channel grow. Thank you for watching. Keep learning, keep creating, and I'll see you in the next video.